Janet Reno.
Janet Reno.
We should probably mention that beforehand since no one will know that, but like...
I don't know. That makes it just like the show. They yell Janet Reno. like Janet Reno happens so many times before it's explained.
Yeah, to the point where I'm like, I must have missed it. Like, why do they keep yelling Janet Reno at each other?
The inside joke of Janet Reno.
Safe word, yes. Our safe word is Janet Reno. Like, what is that? I don't know. Yeah. What are you referencing? Maybe I'll put this as the bumper in the front of the episode.
Episode 589 of the TV Dudes, The Miniature Wife.
Yeah.
This week, we got a big show about a very small Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
It is Peacock's The Miniature Wife.
Right.
I love saying the A in the center of that word. I don't know. There's a fucking English nerd kid in me that like book reading, no friend having like miniature.
It sounds like the miniature and miniature is like the realtor versus realtor.
Honestly, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're not supposed to say it, but also I want to say realtor. Partly to make realtors' heads explode.
That extra A is what makes you know we care.
So this week we're talking about Peacock's Miniature Wife. But before we get to that, I'm Les.
I'm Janet Reno. Well, also known as Nick.
And we're the TV Dudes. And just like in Miniature Wife, you won't find out what that means for quite a while.
Quite a while. If ever.
If ever. But you know, a very tiny Elizabeth Banks isn't all we talked about this week. Or, God. This is why we write things down, Les.
To the Diaries.
To the Diaries.
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
I guess if we want to get right into desserts right away. Otherwise, I don't really have much to talk about on my diaries.
But to say, you've been buried in deadlines this past week. I watched all my standard affair over on Paramount.
Without going to the diaries, we watched a bunch of Joe Schmo.
We did.
Or going into desserts, Joe Schmo.
So John Paul reached out after the show last week and brought up a fun fact. Jury Duty is not Reese and Winnick's first foray into long form pranking, shall we call it?
No, actually, they're quite old hat at this.
Yes. So the Joe Schmo Show that used to air on Spike, I believe there are 4 seasons of it at this point. One pretty recently, one last year. We went back and watched the finale episodes of 1 and 2. That was their first real take at this, and you can see them working it out. That first season is so early on that it's got Kristen Wiig as one of the people that this dude doesn't recognize.
Man, I'm talking have you
Can't yet.
I'm like, Kristen Wiig, I mean, she wasn't...
It is the year before she goes on SNL,
Yeah,
I think.
the year, 6 months and you couldn't use...
No, that's what I was like, no, seriously, you can't do this by Christmas, you can't.
Right.
Your family will know her.
Which I realized that, does Kristen Wiig know that? Does she know she's about to get the SNL deal?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
She thinks this is a great gig she's about to get.
I've seen interviews about, behind the scenes on SNL about, all the auditions over the years, and, nope, whether you think she's the funniest on the show or not, she's one of the only people that ever walked in there of just, okay, you're ready to go. Just put her on camera.
Then, from Always Sunny's Ricky and
fucking Rickety Cricket's on there.
Cricket's, David, whatever his actual, I cannot remember that. Hornsby.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is the character actor thing. This is before there guys are going to be in a bunch of stuff. And I noticed that in the later seasons, I did not recognize as many
Right. In season 2, I only recognized one of the people from season 1, and it's the same person that the girl that they're punking recognizes.
Yes.
Of Joe, she's a stand-up comic. I just saw her.
Hey, yo, wait.
I saw her in LA. That's not her name.
So in the first season, it's just a house show that
they're just trying to win it's a lap of luxury. They're trying to win $100,000 or something like that.
But they got relationships and alliances,
right?
And
but
all
they
this other
don't
shit.
Promise him love. It's promising him $100,000, and they fucking deliver on that.
Yes, they do, and all the gifts and stuff.
Right. Even the one he gives to Kristen Wiig when he hurts her.
Right. And he's so nice.
He is so nice.
He's so nice, and they have a crisis of faith after a certain point.
One of the behind the scenes things I saw or read said after 2 episodes they realized that they had cast such a nice guy that the original focus of the show is to have him lose every.
He's the butt of the joke.
He's the butt of every joke.
Yeah.
And they realized real quick of like, oh no, we'll
this
look
isn't
like
gonna
monsters.
sell.
He's like a puppy dog.
We're gonna look like monsters. People are gonna hate us.
So it turned like they just immediately flipped the focus of the show to building him up. Like he wins like a lot of shit.
And there's a point where one of the contestants who he really like, again, he's really friends with a lot of these people.
Man, at the end when he's like, "No, you tell me, are you an actor?
Tell me, are you an actor?" So everything I told you was the same.
Bitch, real. Motherfucker,
tell
say
me
the
if
words.
You're an actor.
Doesn't beat it in season 2 when Tim sees the girl raise her hand at the very. Man, they know to stagger the hand raises, and it's great.
Man.
Who's an actor here?
You could tell they've learned lessons as they go along here. Why jury duty felt so dialed in, and to me, man, we were discussing the morality of this,
but they're discussing it backstage.
Backstage, the first time they do, and I'm like, okay, the first time is the hardest time you do this. The rest of the time is like, well, we've already done this a couple times, so whatever.
Right.
But the first time, Kristen Wiig and all them in the back are like, I think, and then even producers are like, I think we need to tell him, like, he's crying because one of the people his friends with got kicked off. I think we're fucking with this guy, and I don't know. I
think we're doing lasting damage here, man.
I think we're doing lasting damage.
Like this is fucking Abed painting the
and it takes
tunnel.
Some guy saying that like he's in no state to hear it right now, so we might as well. The show's almost over. We might as well keep going.
Right now you're gonna really break him.
Right, and there when they make the reveal. And he goes like, "What is happening?" And it's
which Spike TV used at the end of their shows for years. Though he also, I saw him pop up on season 2, and he goes, "What is
happening?" Well, and then there's a whole decompress episode. They do that in I was surprised by the finale. That happens really early, and then the rest of it is decompression. The rest of it is like it's been a day or so, and they bring him in to watch behind the scenes footage.
Right.
And I was like, "Hey, man." Why? Because at certain points the hosts are like poking at him, like, so we tricked you. Here's all the people behind there doing rehearsals for the scene that they tricked you in. How does that make you feel? Probably not great, Tom.
Well, and they keep framing it as here's all the people that work for you.
So you gotta Michael.
Respect to Mark. Mark season 1. Yeah.
Mark.
Mark.
I forget what it is. One
of the first 2 gospels.
But he is a particularly good sport about it, but also he stands up for himself, which I really thought Mark handled it quite well. He was gracious, but also didn't let them run with the narrative of you did this for me. I thought that was a particular Matt. And Matt, I thought when he says like, "Oh, how does it feel that everyone basically made this world specifically for you?" And he goes, "Now hold up a second. I've heard a couple people say that. Let's be real. You guys made a show, and then you found me to put
me in the middle of it. Right.
You didn't like do this for you did it to make a show, and I'm in it, and I'm an actor in it now, and I got paid and whatever. But this wasn't. Don't pretend this wasn't a fucking con on me.
Right.
Like,
and let's be real, it's right there in the name. Like, you generic guy, the show is basically the title of your show.
He doesn't know it's called the Joe Schmo Show he's on until later. And it's like, how do you feel about Joe Schmo? I don't care for it. Like, I don't think he would.
It makes it clear in the premise of the show that I am an insertable piece. Like, I'm interchangeable.
He was also like,
we know it's interchangeable because in season 2, Ingrid figures it out. Ingrid Weiss figures it out immediately.
Yes.
And gets replaced by her runner-up in the understudy.
Right. I think that's what breaks fucking
Tim.
Tim doesn't know what the fuck. Like, when they reveal it to him, he's madder than Mike and Matt.
There's a moment where, like, before he says this, like, but he
comes around on it too.
Like, he knows what the game is.
He knows what it is.
But he's not. We're all. They keep wanting this like melt. I mean, it's a reality show. They want this meltdown, and I kind of like that people are like, no, I'm an adult. I'm not gonna flip out, but I'm not happy with you.
But I'm a little annoyed. Like,
and like, yeah, but
because
the
what you
actress
said, once they bring in that $100,000 check, you're right. Like, that's the part of the math of like, I'm now $100,000 less mad about
just
this.
Immediately, specifically $100,000 less angry. Yeah, the actress that is like tearfully apologizing like that, like, oh, I think you realize you fucked up.
And she felt bad about it, and he callously at first, because she wasn't crying yet, like, yeah, whatever, I'm sure it'll be great for your career or whatever, and didn't want to. It's not his job to make her feel better about it.
Right.
And then she starts to cry, and then he's like, and he's like, he was real. I was mad for like 10 minutes.
It's fine.
And he's like, we'll get over this, but also, like, yeah, you did a thing to me, and you gotta have to, like, deal with that, like, live with it.
Right.
And we were talking about the morality of that, and, like, so if I catfish a person, that's wrong.
Right.
If I pretend to be a woman and convince this guy that I'm in love with him, that's wrong, right?
Right. Well, unless you make a show of it.
But if I make a show of it, but if I just gave him $100,000 afterwards, is that less wrong?
Apparently, yes.
Like,
he has to know he signed up for something.
Right.
But like, I kind of would watch. So I'm not saying I'd watch another show of this, but I would watch a 60 Minutes documentary about the lawyers that work out you signing up for one show but being in another.
My main sticking point with this show, and I've watched a lot of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not above it, but also there's an inherent problem in the show that no one participating can, by definition of the show, give informed consent.
Actual informed consent. Yeah.
Like, they can consent to be on a reality show, but that's not, that's fucked up.
Right.
You're tricking, like that.
Right.
And the show wouldn't work without the trick, so I get it. But also the second season, where it's an actual love show.
Right.
And they promise a chance at falling in love with one of the contestants.
Right.
That's a point where you're promising a thing.
The best they can say is, well, love could flower anywhere, I guess. Like, man, fuck you.
No, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's not the same. And that was like, I think the second season is more wrong than the first one.
Yes, same.
But also, they're both. But that's to make the first season right. Like,
I don't know that I've ever quite seen a show that is so much of a college ethics course. Like, each season is like, okay. How about this case study then? Is this one wrong? And like, guys, quit doing this every season, man. I feel like one of these is going to suddenly trip my...
Right. Like,
I'm realizing about myself that I would absolutely watch The Truman Show, and every week we would have a conversation about, should someone tell him? And we'd go, I don't know, man.
I don't know,
but
what
I laughed.
To me, I was like, and you can't. That's why you can't leave the morality decisions up to a single individual,
right?
Because I'm not like, but I might watch Pit Bills,
right?
That doesn't mean it should be on,
right? Right.
Just because we'd watch Running Man doesn't mean we should do it. Like,
so to segue off of watch Joe Schmo Show. Watching Ava I watched the first of those two hacks. Watching Ava on Hacks try to figure out her show, and all I kept thinking was like, God, you give her enough time, she's going to figure out Pit Bills or something, because she's getting increasingly desperate. But Hacks dropped 2 this week.
They dropped 2. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Does this can't?
This is the last season, right?
And honestly, in I haven't watched the second one. I think you have. The second one looked more about Sweet D.
They go on the Amazing Race,
yeah,
which is pretty great,
fucking awesome. But the first one is the Deborah's sitcom is getting like an anniversary Paley Center thing.
Keep forgetting she was the big sitcom was one of her big
which is
things.
a great, like, we've been wondering what do they do to wrap this up? Calling back to that and where she got screwed by Frank, the house fire, all like bringing all of that back as also being Ava's launching pad, I think is going to be a great thing. Because in that episode, Ava brings up maybe doing a reboot with this, because they do the insane conversation with her producer, or with that producer, of like, I loved your Mall Girl script. It's nuanced, it's smart, it's brilliant. Obviously, we can't do anything with it.
Obviously, we can't do it. Ugh, bummer.
Which she does the like, blech.
So what else you got?
Oh man. And then her walking around of like, hey, caterer, do you think would you watch a show about party caterers? You mean like Party Down?
Fuck.
and like ooh ooh ooh.
All right, what's a dome under the dome? Damn it!
Everything's been done. Like you're just waiting for it to be like, so a show about a writer trying to come up with a show. Like, fuck you, don't do it.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
But
she has a good idea about basically doing like adults or whatever of found family, and you got to have 5 roommates to get a house, like
of that the Gen Z version of whatever her show was.
Who's cooking dinner? Which is a chore wheel thing now.
Yeah,
like who's cooking dinner? It's fucking
And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's smart.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah, and like
and she's primed to write it.
And they don't have the rights because obviously Deborah.
No, but I love like fucking Jimmy is, and he has a bad episode, but he is a super agent pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm flailing, but thank you. But I like his like, I'll look into it.
Yeah,
like he's not that freaked out about it. Like, no, that's a good idea. Write that up.
Well,
I'll look into the rights, but go ahead.
It's
and
an
work
old
on
sitcom. Like, man, I'm sure someone has the rights, but they're not doing anything with them. It's not like it's going to cost us.
Right. Or hell, maybe they'll half funded.
Turns out, though, in the next episode, when her husband died, those rights did go to somebody, but it was her fucking sister.
Awesome.
And so, like, that comes back around. Like, oh man, the one person on the planet that would actually
no, but god damn it, what a smart way to force Deborah to have a reconciliation before we wrap this show up. Mm-hmm. This brings everyone back around. We got the FBI raid on the wedding, freeing up
in the next episode though, I like that she brings up the reboot to Deborah, just like, hey, if you don't want to do it, I won't. And Deborah goes, I don't want to do a reboot of my sitcom, but I do believe you should do it. And
that's great.
It's like, yeah, but I know you get mad when other people, take charge of your narrative. Yeah, but I would trust you to do it. And it's a really cool...
That's a cool moment.
That's a cool moment. And I was like, I wonder if she really will be cool with it. If like... Because I thought Deborah has to help her do a thing. And I was like, oh, this is the thing.
Right.
But maybe it's just her actually encouraging Ava to do her own thing now. Like what she half asshole did in season 4.
No, but it's what she just did with Marcus too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of like, no, like you should take that.
I'll back your
play on it.
We can be partners, or I can be I can be involved as you want.
It is so much growth when she says to Marcus that like, no, I could be just a silent partner, whatever you need.
Right.
And like that's huge for her.
Right.
And
no,
and
I thought
man, the seasons, like you said, it could have ended beautifully 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think they're gonna, if they pull this off, they will have Mario warped to a level they might not have got to before.
Yeah, I think that it's gonna really already wrapping up some really beautiful character stuff. I liked the message from her husband. That was,
it's like, oh, it's always been Deborah.
That's that helpful now, like
right.
Back in your grave when you still fucked me. Like you still gave my rights after you died, you still gave the rights to my show to the sister.
Yeah. But it reminds her, it does the job it needs to do of reminding her that like, no, you didn't set out to make it's being hailed by the Paley Center because it was an important show, whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't set out to make an important show, and no one watches the important show.
Right.
They watched the funny show. Like nobody sat down to watch All in the Family because he was going to teach you something about race and Sammy Davis Jr. being his neighbor. You sat down to watch Archie Bunker because it was fucking funny. And the other stuff got slipped in. Like fucking spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down. Like, so all of her comedy she's trying, all that 5th episode, like she is just bombing these fucking Joan of Arc persecution jokes and shit.
She brings out a pyramid thing.
Oh my
I was
Lord.
like, what the fuck
Maybe
are we
ditch
doing?
all of that and stop saying y'all. When she does all of that shit and then realizes at the end when she's in holding with all the other girls and just does basically a stand-up set until she makes bail. But when she turns around and offers bail to all the rest of them and like 800, 5,000, 20,000. Damn.
Jesus, girl.
What'd you do? I punched a police horse. Yeah, get in
come
here.
on, let's go.
Come on. I'm like, yeah, how can you say no to that? Come on.
Like,
these episodes were fun.
Hey, you made bail. That's my time.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the next one. Fucking stoked about it. I kept up with all my Paramount shit. though they're wrapping up their seasons, mid-seasons, whatever.
Right, it's kind of getting to be about that time.
Matlock just finished up its season, I think, for the rest of the year. It's
Is that the
be
one
a minute.
That's the one that's going to only come back in
Like fucking
27,
February or March of 27.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute.
I don't know. Maybe Matlock.
They left it in a really solid spot.
Okay.
That like clears one plateau for the case they're trying to build and sets up like going the next step. It's a good stopping spot, but also Jesus Christ. Watson's going to wrap up this coming week. Tracker's still got a few episodes. Ghosts had one this week. Elspeth wrapped a few weeks ago. It's all, we're hitting that time of year. Hunting Party. Very different show. Hunting Party has got to be wrapping up soon. I don't think anyone but me's watched this show or is watching this show. So I really can't imagine it having a third season. Third season? I think third season. But it is fucking insane. Every single episode is just a nutcase serial killer crammed into 42 minutes. Sometimes Kelsey Grammer's on it. Like sometimes the casting's nuts. It's out there.
We talk about Rookie being two.
Oh my gosh,
2 kids in a trench coat.
Well, yeah,
and
this is 3 serial killers.
Serial killers tucked into onesie.
Yeah,
like
no, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Like this, it has the opposite problem. They're both cute, but kind of for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those anime onesies with like a panda ears and shit. Yeah.
They're both cute, but one's dangerous. It's
right,
not the one you think.
Like it seems cute, but you shouldn't get within arm's reach of that. Like it. Yeah. Speaking of Rookie, we kept up with Rookie this week because you always got to keep up with Rookie.
Thorson, back. It's almost like maybe they shouldn't have gotten rid of him in the first goddamn place.
It's hilarious to me that they like lost a character because they just seem to have not known what to do with him.
Cowboy took a real backseat in this episode. I'm wondering if that actor is like, so why did I come on here if I'm going to play second fiddle every time he's on again?
Right, but also, can you guys sincerely not come up with something for like both black male cops to do at once?
It feels like they know the audience likes Thorson. They know the audience likes Thorson.
Right. Like that, yeah, like they still don't have anything to do with him, but they know they shouldn't get rid of him.
They split the difference of we can't think of a thing to write for him every week. Let's bring a new character for new stuff, but we'll also bring in Thorson every 5 or 6 episodes.
Right. Right. Because man, he's
been on the season a couple times already. Like more so than one time is like it's nice that they had that actor back. And then the second time is like, they're doing it again.
So he's back then.
And then third time, I'm like, what the fuck
it's kind of like
doing?
Liar Kid. Like, is he just never leaving the show? Like, okay.
Well, I think they finally wrapped his thing up of like, he's going to go be a cop in another precinct and be a problem for somebody fucking else.
Yeah, I hope to God that. I feel like he is now a cop wherever Nolan's son lives.
The son that definitely exists.
Definitely exists. And then that's really about all I've watched this week too. I mean, that's been plenty of shows. I watched a ton of shit this week.
What was it? Lopez and trying to get into Chen's head about the ring gifts, and she's got that possessed phone that just keeps recording her talking fucking shit.
Honestly, that shit makes me so paranoid. When that happened the first time, I was like, I'm sorry, but that phone would be out.
Yeah, no, that's that phone's last chance. Like, when she yells, "I trusted you!" at the phone.
If throwing it out of a cop car wouldn't be like the worst littering possible, I would fling that fucking thing. Kill it with fire.
I thought that was fun. But we get a weird somber moment with the head villainess of the show, like the evil DA.
She goes back to see Wesley because she knows she's gonna get.
And the show, like they show up and they find like her dead body, and I was like, oh,
they have a quiet, like reflective moment that Dim did not get. The one of them, the corpse that looks exactly like Tim that they found in a fucking dumpster.
But also, I guess
justice for Dim. God damn it.
To me, it was but are we going to give Oscar the same thing when he eventually ends up dead? Of,
Absolutely not. No, we turned Oscar into like a hardcore villain. He's not charming
I was
anymore,
wondering, like,
even though he is.
She's kind of an unrepentant. She's been unrepentant and she's never learned a lesson.
No, I
thought
she was still playing it. She thought she was still playing it until like the start of this episode when she realized, oh shit, I'm actually out of moves.
She had some dialogue or something that was like, I just always thought there would be another deal to make. Like, and to me, it was just translation. I'm a white woman, and I never thought I would ever have to face consequences.
Not fully. She's pretty smart and pretty fucking wily.
Yeah.
And does have Apex Predator bombshell vibes.
Because, like, she would rather die than go to witness protection. And I'm like, you got your wish. Because, like, the other evil DA, the other evil defense attorney is basically the smart play is to just keep doing with the FBI and get the WITSEC. Like,
yeah.
And
she's like, and live in what? Fucking Arizona?
I want a coastal town. Sure. Okay, well, you said yes to that too fast. Not fucking Florida
or Maine.
Well, that might be a little harder.
That's a problem.
Well, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I love that he's like, yeah, that's no problem. Yeah. I also watched a show over on Netflix, but I haven't finished. I'm just going to wait to talk about it overall. I watched Marianne, which is a French horror series over on Netflix, and it is fucking crazy. The visuals on it are nuts. It's just the creepiest witch I've seen on TV maybe ever. But I'm only like 3 episodes in, so I'll report back unless I'm cursed and killed by this thing by the end of it. It definitely has a like, well, you've seen her now, so she's probably seen you through the show kind of witch vibes. And that probably brings us around to our true and final dessert of the week.
Yes.
Monarch.
Although we didn't talk about Rooster.
Oh, shit. That's right. Okay.
Right. Well, you watched this week's Rooster, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Because this week's Rooster, to me, is Sunny making a... And to me, it's the one time I'm like, the show's not giving the lesson I think needs to be learned here. She fucking makes the dumbest move I've ever seen. She ditches that job offer because she wants to stay with dipshit over here.
I was so shocked.
She's so stupid.
And it coincides with him, like, I'll bring you croissants for 1,000 days.
Yeah.
And he did 2. He does it for 2.
Yeah. Because he can't commit. He's not.
No, and then he goes and sees the sonogram and is like.
And I'm going to tell you, like, he might fall in love with that kid, but not you.
But that moment of him, like the intensity of his turn right there is why she doesn't do that job. And his intensity is going to fade very soon.
And even if it doesn't, he just loves that kid, not you. That's not an indication of your relationship.
No, any more than his relationship with Roscoe's are indicative of his relationship with Katie. Like he doesn't love Katie as much as he loves the dog. He's not going to love you as much as he loves that kid.
And I realize that raising the kid by yourself would be hard, but also, I don't know, this guy, he does not scream to me the one to fucking help you with this.
Right. Hear me out. Your roommate would help.
Right.
I feel like Robbie Hoffman would absolutely help you raise a child.
Seems like you probably shouldn't have had this kid in the fucking first place. But
there's
whatever.
Also that.
I don't want to get into the ethics of that or whatever, or why you want to keep it. It seems like like your character wouldn't.
I think it's because she's adopted, and it sounds like her parents have a really high value on having children. Because he's like, no, we tried. You go to every. I don't care if it's a routine doctor. You know what? I'd kill to have gone into a routine doctor's appointment. Mm-hmm. And like, okay, I think this is part of why Sunny's so weird about this, but I still don't. She's so dry and analytical about everything else, it seems like. And I don't know. She keeps saying she's the funny one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's nuts.
Right. We live in a fucking TV world where having a kid is never a mistake, and I'm telling you, it definitely fucking is.
Right.
Like, not all the time, but in the real world, having a kid can be a devastating mistake. In fact, quite often it is.
Yeah. You don't have to. And also, it just doesn't have to be that way. Like, I don't know, fucking figure it out.
But yeah, Rooster is mentoring Tommy. And
well, and not just in English, like Tommy's flunking out of fucking college because Tommy doesn't give a fuck about college.
Right. And And another thing where I don't believe in the show's final message, it's the only episode where I'm like, this show is still funny. And also, just because he's good at writing doesn't mean he should stay in this college and accrue a bunch of... And maybe he's on this because his mom works here. Maybe he's not going to be saddled with an unbelievable amount of student
debt. I had
to
headcanon that in watching the show, too, because I had that same moment of like, look, Rooster, I know you regret... And I hear you, man. Partying, like...
And there's
the college experience is fucking
There's
sweet.
no rule that says you can't teach this kid how to write outside of the classroom.
There's also no rule that says you can't just go get a fucking hourly wage job and still buy kegs of beer and have parties and shit in your early 20s. You can do all that same dumb shit. And plus, for no accrual of student loans, you will learn a job that you never want to do again.
Right. That's at least something.
You will come out of those couple of years with a few really bad hangovers and at least one, maybe even two jobs that you will never take money to do again. And, one of them might be like, say, roofing a house. And you're like, yeah, fuck that. Thought that'd be good one summer.
Right.
No.
And that's not nothing.
Right. That's not nothing. It's better than coming out $100,000 in debt for whatever the shit.
Not knowing what you want to do. That, to me, it only makes sense if he's not going to be saddled with an unbelievable amount of debt for it. And even then...
Also, there's no jobs anyway. AI's coming for it.
And it's like, oh, well, I might as well stay in school with all the classes I'm flunking out, because to stay in your class where you're going to teach me along with 20 other people that you've already admitted you're kind of not teaching because they're just in your class to float.
Right.
And get an easy English credit. Like, you've already, like, sure... Like, he's decided what's his name is not going to be a great writer.
Right.
And he doesn't want to be a writer. And I'm like, then why the fuck are you two even in this room together?
Right.
This, like, frustrating me of, like, why the fuck is, like, I don't think he's on a scholarship or that none of his family work in this fucking place. Why is he wasting, like, $20,000 a minute?
No, I think that's my main issue with doing college shows now is it's one thing when the college show is set in like the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
When I know that you could probably just go and, unless you're going to like an Ivy League school, you could just go get a job and pay most of that. Well, and now like realizing that I went to college in the late 90s and it is thousands of % higher. Mm-hmm. Like, unfathomably more expensive to go to the same state college that's right down the street they have not revolutionized education in a way that is fundamentally different than what they taught me fucking 30 years ago, Mm-hmm. Like, that's fucking crazy that it can be cripplingly expensive now. And when you're coming out with the same degree that helps you the same amount,
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we're going to help you with your grades. And like, yeah, you're going to help him like sort of pass with D's in a bunch of other classes so he can stay in your writing class. And like,
well, and even when he's trying to talk him out of it at the diner and like he's like, no, you guys are still hanging out with me, right? Oh yeah, bro.
Stop helping.
Okay, stop fucking helping. But like, that's in the same way that people talk about homeschool of like, but your kid won't be socialized. Like, okay, well, clearly Tommy will still have friends, will still have a job, and he still likes to write. If you can help instill in him writing outside of college, you need to do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember being told in art school that like, so most of you are never going to do anything creative ever again. No offense.
Right. And
like, man, it'd be great if you this is an expensive place to be. It'd be cool if you know exactly, you should convince us to quit right now. I feel like a few of my professors actually tried. I don't think I appreciated that at the time.
You don't appreciate it at the time, but like, I don't know. I just feel like what's that movie with Sean Connery? Like, you should basically mentor under Rooster.
Finding Forrester.
Finding Forrester. Like,
yeah, Rinding Rooster.
Like, well, yeah, what's rules that says he can't hang out with you and just learn how to write from you? Like,
for real.
Like, does he need a degree to become an author? Last time I checked, you don't.
Rooster doesn't have one.
Yeah. I mean,
I should really learn his real name, sort of like Pig Tits.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Oh, man. Finding out Pig Tits stole the mascot head.
Of course he did.
And he's like, no, I figured that this would, like, no, dude.
No, all people are just going to say
Pig
Tits stole a costume.
Pig Tits. Oh, and just seeing it dawn on him of like, fuck, you're right. And also, like, his name's like Joshua or something like that. And like, he tries to like, oh man, I'm gonna be honest, that's gonna be hard.
Well, I love that he's a lot nicer about it than Rooster is, because like, yeah, I'm gonna try, but
Yeah, no, it's I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be hard, but we don't have to do it when he's not around.
But he's because Tim's only discouraged because he puts a bunch of notes on his thing of like actually wanting to
Tommy,
improve, and Tommy to improve his writing.
And you knew that immediately of like, you're gonna have to explain this to Tommy later, but like, no, that other kid got like a pass check plus or whatever the fuck, I don't know, leave.
Yeah,
you got actual notes because it's worth giving you notes,
right? Because he reads back a sentence that's actually like a pretty good, like,
God damn it, it was like her blood crept out past her shadow or something. Like it was a cool little sentence.
Yeah, it was her blood crept past her shadow as it receded, and like it was pretty
good. It was pretty good. Yeah.
And
I am curious who writes the fake book at the start in the credits, because I think it's different each time a little bit.
Yeah, I think Rooster's still a pretty great show, but it's in love with college in a way that I would feel different if college wasn't a fucking debt machine.
Right.
That it is
now.
No,
if it weren't crippling a section of the...
I really would believe this is a magical place if it was free.
Right. No, like this would be Starfleet Utopia if it were free.
I'm not saying...
And that's where 80s comedies live. Mm-hmm. It's in this place where you could go and have like a Rob Springer of education and partying.
And trying a bunch of different stuff, and here's a place that you can do it with some structure, and
but also with like bumper lane training wheel consequences. Mm-hmm. Like getting in trouble with campus police isn't nothing, but it's not real.
I'm not saying
cops.
College is worthless, but the price tag on it now is just you can go find the way to do stuff that you need to do without the like.
Right. You should figure that out. So
anyway,
that brings us around to the real desserts.
Real dessert. We finished off
the finale of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Or did we want to talk boys first?
Oh, that's right. God damn
it! So many desserts.
So many desserts. So this episode of Boys might be my favorite episode of this whole fucking series.
This episode of Boys, it's late in the game to do. They call one shots, which is just it's an anthology, a little bit of following everyone's story. We follow Noir, Firecracker, Soldier Boy, and Terror. That was a fun one.
That was great. So the first half of this episode, the one shots basically are cute. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed each one. We're learning about Black Noir. Like we get the eel death of his fucking director.
We only got a little bit of time to do anything with his character if we're going to do anything with it at all.
Right. And his pitch of like to Oh Father of like, no, hear me out.
Yeah.
Bring me up on stage. Have Homelander heal me. I'll speak because I got my voice back, and I'll fly. Because I could fly.
Yep.
I love it because he's brought that up every day. You guys know I could fly, right?
Right.
Like he brings that up all the fucking time.
And he loves that. I'm like, oh yeah, that'll work for a minute.
It like, nope, that actually might help you all for a minute.
And everyone else
sees through this.
Homelander, his unwillingness to compromise on I need everyone to recognize me as God is the step. What did they say in the glass? The reality bubble stops here.
Right.
You've gone to a place where even your hardcore people can't go. Like
Firecracker's old pastor genuinely believes that Homelander is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is too far for even him.
But he's not God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an important sticking point. Like we like to think people didn't have. When we see people like Firecracker, we're like, they don't have any values, they stand for nothing.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not everybody. He's bleeding congregants over to the Democratic Church of America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, man, Firecracker. So they do a thing with her this season, talking about people having beliefs and fucking whoring out, like selling them out.
Firecracker might be the most sad, like, because you know what's going to happen.
They do the thing on television of bringing me around on somebody who's about to fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers for Boys this week. Sorry.
Right.
Her
power's dumb. It's shocking she made it this far.
Right. But the way she's too far gone for you to bring her back around as a good person. And so they just take her all the way. It's like, man, you instead of trying to regrow your hair, why don't we just shave your head? Like we just got to go the other direction.
She starts to cry on that broadcast where she calls her.
That's just that's the last bit of her soul fucking leaking out of her face.
Nothing happened to me, but the pastor did have, and like knowing she's.
So when she talks to her, she sneaks away from a Homelander meeting earlier, and goes and talks to her old pastor, meets him in secret, no makeup on, ball cap pulled down, looking, and she talks there about being. You can tell that like she was a dirt poor kid, and this pastor made up an excuse to like, oh, I made too many fish. Why don't you help eat? You know, so that she'd get a fucking meal once a week at least.
Someone like genuinely showed her kindness.
Right, which is why she's so hardcore in the church. And so for her then to that evening go on her broadcast, and man, when she chokes on it on the teleprompter and then pushes through saying that his church is a hotbed of Starlighter infestation and he's been corrupted and infected by the Starlighter propaganda. And then she doubles down with the like, and she uses the same phrase, that fish fry Fridays, and nothing ever happened to me, folks, but that ain't code for grooming.
She throws away her Jesus statue, and it's one thing too far of like, I don't want to be referred to as Jesus. That's the Son of God, and like I'm not the Son of God. I am. You're going to a point where oh Father is just like yes sir whatever, and Ashley and Firecracker are still trying to like, if we massage this to a prophet or something, maybe I can get this done. I could get this. What you're asking for is on it. I don't care what you do. The general populace will not go with this on you. Like there's just a segment of America that will not. Are you willing to just burn down a third of it?
Right. And he is, absolutely.
And then even then, everyone else is going to just be afraid of you and not and we've already know that's not enough. You want people to love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to keep moving that goalpost. There's a fucking hole inside that dude.
And Firecracker gives up everything that she believes in finally to just fully go and drink the Homelander Kool-Aid, does everything she needs to do, and too bad you did it too slow, or someone told me that you were having conflicted thoughts about it, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like...
And it is such a fucking somber ending to the one of the funniest fucking episodes I've seen. It does not sound by what we just described. Right. It's a very funny episode. So all the one shots, Black Noir, all are pretty good. The two best ones for me are Soldier Boys and Terrors. Terrors is just hilarious because it cold just shockingly like opens with Homelander in a dog fantasy of like
humping, like because he's humping that
because he loves to hump his Homelander toy. But Terror runs around and we get like little snippets of conversation he overhears, and it's like little bits of growth between Kimiko and Frenchie, and a bit about Chocolate and Dog, and like Huey and Butcher actually get a moment of like, thanks for helping me with my dog. Yeah, no problem, man. Like there's a lot of little moments in there, plus the Homelander thing was just so out of the blue. I laughed out loud when it like, what the fuck is happening when we just slam cut to Terror's fucking wet dream.
Yeah, I got a nice juicy turkey leg here for you too.
But you can't eat it till after you fuck.
And fucking Frenchie just not getting what Kimiko wants out of the...
She can talk now, but he's not listening to her.
He's making a great steak for her.
Yeah, he really is.
Right after the scene, she said, but I like mine burnt and with ketchup.
Yeah. And he's just not, no, but I know how to make it right. And like, cool, I know that's quote unquote correct. That's not what I want. I want it burnt with ketchup. Right.
And she wants a fucking home life after this. Something that like looks relatively normal.
She wants a
And
well, we just talked about it last week. Frenchie thrives in the fucking Starlighter camps.
Sure.
Like Frenchie's not built for home life.
Frenchie's his best. It's not shocking to me. Frenchie is his best self in the concentration camp.
Right.
Like that. Genuinely not shocking to me. I like that it shows Butcher having the terror angle is a great way to show Butcher has something left in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he looks at he kept that trophy of his brother.
Yeah.
And he says that like if you find the V1, we'll fucking give it to Starlighter and Kimiko. But if we get a virus done first and we don't have it,
I'm using it.
We fucking do it. And that's as much as he's willing to compromise.
Right.
And you get it.
I get it.
Like that. And I like that he even says like, well, some for you too, right? Huey says. And like, you could tell Butcher's like, no, that was never.
Never even on the table. I should die.
I die taking him with me. That's how this story ends. That's how, and
that's been his dream for a while.
That's the as soon as I embraced the cancer stuff, that's the end I wrote for myself.
So the funniest thing in this entire fucking episode, Soldier Boy going off and helping Homelander. They're gonna go to LA because Esposito tells him that he's pretty sure that Mr. Marathon has a line on some V1.
Well, Mr. Marathon is a biggest collector of historical stuff.
History. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way back to the Nazi plates and shit. So he, of course we get then Soldier Boy showing up, and who's Mr. Marathon? But Moose.
Also, they say that I found out where your granddaughter is. And I was like, man, do they? That's just a thing they said to you.
Well, and honestly, I was like, can Stan...
Because we just saw that girl, and that she was not where they said
I don't think
they were.
he's in Tempe. I don't think she and the dude are in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah. But I was like, can he verify that, or he just name a fucking city? And he just couldn't call your bluff.
Right.
But, because I was wondering that too. But either way, when they show up in LA, Mr. Marathon is Sam, obviously, from Supernatural. And then we proceed to get Castiel as well. Like a whole fucking Supernatural reunion.
It's fucking
which
awesome.
Is great. Castiel is Malchemical.
He
can make deadly gases. Yeah.
That's funny. And there's Seth Rogen shows up. Not surprising. I think he's producer on this, right?
Mintz-Platz.
McLovin.
Yeah, McLovin.
I mean, I do think we should, if I call out...
The Forte.
If I turn in Michael Cera, I do need this part that we're both up for.
You've been friends with him for like 20 years. I need this part. Yeah, more parts for the Forte.
Forte. I forget who his double doppelganger he takes out of like...
Yeah, but he also, like, on the guy that turned in Channing Tatum. Like, but you weren't even up for the same roles.
No way. And Kamal Nanjiani is there.
Kamal Nanjiani's there as well.
I'm gonna turn these guys in. They were come at me, bro. Like what? I'm jacked now.
Yoked now. Yeah.
And
so
I like that their thing of their resistance was we should do a blue check mark. Like their thing is the like performative, useless.
Right. Like, well, what
celebrity
color square can we do? Have they all been taken? God damn it! Then I guess there's nothing more we can do. Like, yeah.
But I do like that their big move here. Well, not their big move. It seems to be kind of just Padalecki
and Padalecki,
and because their move is to knock him out because they have the gas. He can make a gas that can knock him out.
It can, and it fucking does, man. It knocks Homelander
and it drops
cold.
him for a minute. Like,
yeah, he's out for like 5 minutes.
But I'm like, and I can see why. I'm like, oh, but your problem now is that you have to kill him in a minute and a half or something.
And you don't have with all the time in the world, you actually don't have anything that could ever kill him.
Right. Like you're
not sure you could keep knocking him out,
right?
Yeah. So they make their bet.
They couldn't kill Soldier Boy. Like they kept trying to kill Soldier Boy in that fucking Russian.
And we've been talking about. Does anybody remember that Soldier Boy can burn out V?
Mm-hmm. These guys do.
Malchemical was
at Herogasm, and I was like, thank you for bringing that up. And we get the actual turning point for Soldier Boy here of like he's been kind of running his own ticket, and
he's an asexual fucking weirdo,
but he's my fucking such a weirdo, and he's like, no one fucks my son but me.
That came out wrong. But yeah, then he just kills all of them. But so he chokes Malchemical immediately because you got to take that dude down right now. You just watched him knock Homelander out. That's not. I don't care if that's all you can do. That's too much.
Yeah.
So he like crushes his throat immediately.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't take down anybody. Like, he doesn't kill anybody else, really, except
right.
he doesn't even kill Mr. Marathon.
No.
He just keeps putting them in the path of a speedster over and over. And we get the A train bursting Huey's girlfriend, but I get to laugh at it. Fucking he just over. All right, I'm gonna get you two out of here, but you got to go right when I say now.
Bam.
Like, but just every single time, because we know we watched A Train like pick a tooth out. So like, I mean, I know he's got hair in the back of his.
And Padalecki is covered from head to toe in the front with blood,
Yes,
but the back is completely clean.
Gore, solid red gore, and the back of him's just clean white tracksuit. I was laughing.
Seth Rogen
I was
in
laughing
half.
so fucking hard. And like, I'll think of you every time I watch An American Pickle. What? Like, cracks his neck. Yeah, fucking love that. Putting all the lube down to throw a speedster.
Well, that was definitely a Kanye like fuck or
Diddy.
Diddy fucking reference there.
Yeah. So
I saw a writing thing.
This was an absolute fucking joy.
I think I saw Kripke or one of the writers that was like, hey, yo, so the Trump administration is the most predictable thing in the world. We wrote that firecracker thing 2 years ago. And like, it's not shocking to us that like out of all the people in the Trump administration, the 3 people that have fired have had no Y chromosome. Like,
right.
Like that all the people that Trump has actually fired so far have been women.
Mm-hmm.
That like proximity to power is not power.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times you have to learn this lesson, but.
No, and watching it happen this time with Fireman was like, man, this fucking show.
And like I think the question was like, well, that's prophetic. How did you like? And the boys writers were like, it's not hard, guys.
It's really not prophetic. Yeah. All right, now we want to talk Monarch.
Monarch, fucking Kentaro could suck a dick.
Man, Kentaro, how? Ugh. Like, I'm still not in. May Korra, whatever. May is not my favorite character, but she's actually been okay this back half of the season. Mostly because she's just kind of stayed out of the way and helped the right team. Kentaro has made a heel turn that is unbelievable. That dude, I mean, he already was sucking just on the like, you fucking idiot, I can't believe you're being manipulated and chumped like this. But then this episode, he reveals that no, he's an actual in-charge dipshit. When he grabs that lever and increases the, I don't know, hate transponders on the fucking Titan, it's a sci-fi kaiju show. So this episode is the culmination. It's this fucking season finale. Culmination of not Apex, not Monarch, but Isabella's third thing. Their plan to anger Titan X so fucking much that it kills Kong, and then they'll open up this big rift that it activates, and they'll have control of it with no Kong there to fuck with them.
Because Kong, last time they opened a rift to do this, Kong did come and hey, stop fucking cut that out.
Kong's job.
Because that's kind of the only reason the thing he's doing here. Because, hey, guess what? Sometimes monsters come out of those things.
Right. And that they're like, well, yeah, that's what we want.
And to me, it was just like, so this season's a little weaker than season 1. And one of the reasons is that they have to do some Peacemaker season 2 style stuff of rewriting how Axis Monday works. Of like, okay, it's not a time pocket.
No, it was like dilated down there, but it wasn't like it was. It was moving forward linearly, right?
But at an accelerated rate,
right?
You can't just pop out. No one's ever popped out in the past.
They aren't doors with years written on them down there. Yeah,
like no one's ever popped out past where they jumped in, like or in the before they jumped in.
Right. You age like you jumped out still young, and other people were older now, but like you didn't jump out in the past, really.
But since they talked to his younger self this time, like, oh, it's some sort of temporal. Whatever.
Sure.
They think, okay, well, my dad was in the Axis Monday for a minute, and he never told us, which is also rewriting the dad. Clever.
Pretty well done. Like, he's not an asshole. He accidentally missed 2 years of your childhood.
They're all cleverly hidden and papered over rewrites and stuff, but they are bending over backwards to try and get this to where they need to go.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of like in Peacemaker, like, oh, these doors are all to other universes. Cool. That's not what they were in season 1. They're like, just hard stop. No, that's not what that just weren't that in season 1. It was a pocket dimension itself. It wasn't doors to another thing.
Yeah.
But we'll pretend it was this whole time. But even by their own logic they've set up, which again, they don't understand anything about it or how it works. Like, okay, but if you grab your dad from that means he can't participate in the events that he did so afterwards, which were like saving Kate and doing all the stuff in season 1. And it seems like Kurt Russell, while talking to himself, does remember that event happening after it happens in a weird shift event that and he basically convinces his younger self like, hey, I know this sucks, but you got to stay down there because I know this works.
Right. Maybe you have a plan that gets you out, but I'm telling you, I guaranteed I know you get out because I'm here.
Right.
I know she gets out.
And that's the growth moment, I think, is great for Kurt Russell's character because he that's the to learn to take that and accept it. And Kintaro's taking the opposite. Like, he's willing to roll the dice on however
Everything.
this fucking works. Because if you change, we changed a little bit already to put a tracker on a Titan, and it kind of made another version of Kurt Russell. We have to say, Wyatt Russell, we have to say goodbye to at the end of this.
So this whole season, I thought we were working towards no longer having Kurt Russell on the show.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, shockingly enough.
It appears from what I have not checked the behind the scenes tabloid or whatever the trades on this, or I have no idea. But story-wise, it looks like we said goodbye to young Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He is in the past. I don't feel like they need to do they could conceivably not do a single other flashback back to Wyatt Russell.
Right.
And me go, yeah, the story's okay. And I don't mean that because I don't want more Wyatt Russell. I do.
Right.
But I feel like they're there. They've gotten it there.
And
weirdly, we're left with a Kurt Russell with a an amalgamated, grown, matured Lee, who's finally learned the lessons young Lee needed to learn, and he's now moving forward with fucking Rodan.
Yeah, whatever he's doing with that. Don't know,
see you soon.
But I
hate Katana so much.
To me, it's good that they're evolving past the dual storylines.
Yeah.
I see other shows that think they can't do it.
Yeah. No. They've resolved them together and moving forward pretty well.
Because
this is a weaker season in the same way that I feel like Mothra was a weaker entry into the franchises. This season is at once weaker and also pure fucking kaiju Monarch shit. I can't fault it.
To me, the fight scene at the end has the same problem as the first fight scene, where it's like, oh, Godzilla has a quick fight scene with a back. They just don't have the budget to do a really big dynamic fight.
Yeah, your problem with this fight scene, I agree with it. The lack of the jungle takes away a lot of the shit that can get broken and fly around, and the detritus around it.
And it takes away a lot of eventually they get back to a cliff where Kong gets pinned to,
and that's pretty cool.
And then he can jump on top, and I'm like, see, that's you can make the fight.
The stuff.
It's I liken it to, there's a reason there's ropes in wrestling matches.
Right. But open scrub brush is just kind of, I don't necessarily want to watch a pit fight.
And I know why, because it would be expensive to animate a bunch of stuff. It's easier to have
one of those things is pointy track, I guess.
And I do like that it takes Kate just she's running from this thing for a full minute, and yet still not It looks like, man, it takes a long time to run away from a Titan fight. You can't put enough distance.
Right. Trying to get out of the shadow of a fucking building here. I love that. I did so my issue with that fight was not so much the physical locale as realizing that this season has set it up emotionally so that I don't want them to fight. So I need there to be a monster fight, big monster monkey got to fight big. That's why I'm fucking watching. But emotionally, that is a scared critter and a chumped chimp.
So that's a great point to bring up, because I was thinking about that once you said it, and I was like, yeah, what? Normally we end these with big monster showdowns with an evil monster,
right?
And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is the point of this this show, I think the Monarch season is to, the monsters are animals, and it is tragic whenever we have to kill one of them because they don't really, Ghidorah aside, these things aren't really dickbag
No,
monsters.
this feels like a cockfight. This is a dogfight.
And I was like, oh, the season was pointing me to we need to have respect for these monsters and learn to coexist with them message
Yes.
that the movies do.
Yes, which makes it right then that they have a very Twin Girls Sing to It connection with it this time.
Yeah, very, very Mothra. Like, and to me, I was like, once I realized that was happening, I was like, oh, gotcha, okay. And
That's because I don't think it was an accident. They didn't make a bad fight scene. They
And-
did something emotional with this fight scene that felt kind of. I don't think it's going to be as like slam bang satisfying for people to watch, but I think it was a good important story point.
I think it's supposed to make you feel like the humans are the real villains, and
Totally
like,
is, and that's the right
that's
move.
the-
I agree with, but I
that's
think
the-
people are going to go. I feel icky, and I don't know why.
right. And to
Hope
me,
not.
it's the main problem the movies have too,
Mm-hmm.
which is I don't agree with what the movie setup is. Well, these Titans are part of our ecosystem and we should learn to coexist with them. And I'm like, cool. I want the monsters to be around as an audience member because I want to watch giant monster fights.
Yes.
But also, there's no reason you shouldn't. If you have the option, you should kill all these things.
right.
Them walking
The responsible
around.
thing to do is to plug this fucking.
There's only one logical thing to do. So that was always the disconnect I had, which is the only reason I was like, oh, right. That's not the lesson. Isn't to kill the evil monster.
Right.
We're supposed to not be doing
Right.
that.
I don't think we can kill one of them without killing the planet, and
Right.
we can't plug it without destroying the planet.
Right.
And like that needs to be the recurring lesson of like the world is dangerous. Like it'd be great to fully stop tectonic motion because of earthquakes, but
Right.
you don't want to do that.
And they do a great job with it. It's a hard pitch
Right.
that I've always like. This is the challenge of the show to get you to buy into a premise
True.
that, hey, I have to buy into it, otherwise I can't watch giant monsters
Right.
fight. You know, like
But I'm definitely stoked for next season and Rodan and
whatever.
Rodan, is that the one that is?
Yeah,
Fucking
Firebird.
bird thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But speaking of buying into the premise, if you head over to patreon.com/tvdudes, we would ask you to buy into the premise that we know what we're
Ooh.
doing when we talk about shows and trash talk and beloved and all the ways that we talk about shows.
Right.
Patreon.com/tvdudes. For $1 an episode, you can get an extra bonus episode each week, $4 a month. Plus, you get the archives of everything we've ever ranted about in the past. Usually it's movies. This week, we talked about a very special new movie that surprised the shit out of both of us, Dust Bunny,
Oh my god.
which is fucking awesome. Mads Mikkelsen in the most tripped out the professional you'll ever see. Come hear all about it over at patreon.com/tvdudes. You can also do all sorts of other stuff at other tiers. I'm not going to tell you about them because you can go find out at patreon.com/tvdudes.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I think it's probably time that we talk about the show of the week, Miniature Wife.
My husband and I, we take turns supporting each other. So he supported me through my first book. Now it's my turn.
My turn is yet to win me the Nobel.
The Nobel. Are you joking? Honey.
Not at all. I am creating the bioagrotech that will change the world. I call it the miracle of miniaturization.
This is the top secret project you've been working on?
Oh no, Lindy. There you are! You're okay!
Too many broken hearts are falling in the river. Too many lonely souls are crooked out to sea.
You're incredible.
Are you smiling right now?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Communication.
So, this is my tiny little life now?
You will be restored to regular size. I am so close.
Are you really so close?
The things we do for love.
Really, trust me.
The things we do for love.
I have to make things big again.
We have 30 days to prove that the restoration works, or the patent on our tech reverts to Hilton.
That's me.
That's insane!
Let's have a big chat about a small show, or a small chat about a big show. Miniature Wife is the 2026 American science fiction romantic comedy drama, Jesus Christ, series created by Jennifer Arnaz and Steve Turner for Peacock, based on the 2013 short story by Manuel Gonzalez. The series stars Elizabeth Banks and Matthew McFadden and premiered April 9th, 2026. I enjoyed the living crap out of this. I was surprised.
So this has been
I don't know why
this has been on background for me for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
For a few weeks.
I don't know why I didn't want to jump into it. I was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the premise was cute, but for whatever reason, I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. And then
every time I thought about it, I was like, but I love Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
And McFadden was just great in Death by Lightning. He's great in
Deadpool and Wolverine is pretty funny.
Right, what I watched in Succession. Like, yeah, like he's great. I love the sci-fi premise.
And when I watched it, I was like, this is really cute, and yet I didn't burn through it. Even though it all dropped at once, right?
Yeah, Peacock dropped it all at once,
Yeah.
10 episodes, and I didn't watch it exactly week to week, but I watched it in like 3-episode chunks and then the finale.
Up until the last 3 episodes, I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
I watched it one a day, if that. I really I'll throw that on, and think it was garnering my attention just enough to where I couldn't do a lot of work during it.
There's more, like there's enough going on with everybody's performances, the little revelations, who knows what, everybody's quirky enough.
Well, also I don't like I do a lot of work while watching TV, especially for TV dudes if it's homework. And since I do a lot of editing, it's always looking at a screen and, checking in on the TV screen, but usually listening. And I know that sounds like not putting my attention, but if a thing really grabs my attention, I don't get a lot of work done. I don't get a lot of work done during Pluribus or things like that. And this one, I got a certain amount of work done, but I kept getting pulled in because I didn't want to miss the transition shots are a good detail that are like, because the transition shots are establishing shots of like the neighborhood or the outside of the lab or the city, but they're actually not established. They're not drone shots. They're miniatured sets.
Right.
And that's really cute.
It's just really cute.
And it gives it a different feel of like this hyper. There's the dial of reality is turned up in this world a little bit.
Right. It keeps you not like we talk about Dust Bunny this week over on Patreon. It's not cracked out like that. But yeah, it's a little overcranked. But another spot where I think this show could have been very dry and sciencey is in the sci-fi-ness. He shrinks his wife, miniature wife.
Yeah.
When he goes into the lab, there's a whole fucking ritual to it that is suddenly like, what is happening here?
Yeah. Here
are
my thoughts.
So the basic premise of the show.
Yeah.
It's a wife, but miniature.
Mini.
Yeah, Matthew McFadden, Les, is a scientist who made the flavor saver, like a GMO tomato.
Yeah.
That doesn't go bad, but it tastes like ass. So he got, on the one hand...
Still, I'll be like, okay, but the military would definitely be into that.
Right. A fucking huge science breakthrough, but
I'm sorry, does anyone like the taste of MREs?
Right. But it didn't do what he wanted it to do.
Right.
But we've also got this complexity of their relationship across this show is really complex and lands really well for me.
Right.
But they've got this thing that you do in your 20s if you're married, which is an I'll support you, you support me back and forth. If either one of you is trying to do grad school of any kind, you have had this discussion.
You've had this discussion. And so, yeah, I've seen that
and
before.
You're making this this no prenup fucking divorce bet.
Yeah. And for the first...
It's like, I'll get him through medical school or vice versa.
And it seems to work for them at first. He takes the year or whatever off, or year or two or something, to help her write her book.
Right.
And what the real big of that is that not only just taking care of their kid and being more focused on her task, it's basically him like through her consent locking her in a studio in a office until she writes.
She needs not just an accountability buddy, she needs like an accountability warden.
Right.
I mean, like she and she knows this about herself, and like it's hard. Like the book she's writing is both fictionalized, but it's also intensely personal therapy level shit. And it is hard for her to go to where she needs to go for this book to really be great. And
he keeps saying like, "Do you really want me to let you out?" No, don't let me out.
Jesus Christ!
Don't listen to me.
Like I told you I'm a liar.
But anyway, she gets that book done. It's fucking great, apparently.
Yeah.
Wins the Pulitzer.
Right. It's her and it's her first novel, and in a way that she doesn't share with anybody really, that fucks her up.
Yes.
Her first novel being her Pulitzer.
So there's a imposter syndrome thing that's going on that I think if she had gotten right into writing another book, she might have gotten over.
Right. But instead,
it's his turn now.
It's his turn.
So she.
But I didn't realize for the longest time in the show that the Flavor Saver, which is successful, like I know it's not what he wants. It's not she won the Pulitzer. I should get the what's my equal checks notes Nobel. But at the same like he gets his turn and he does the tomato.
He does the tomato, and it's not like he fails to make the tomato. It does make it. It's just no one's kind of interested in it.
Right.
And so when it's time for her turn again, which is, so this is where the part of it where I'm like, okay, when you take turns in your 20s, it's usually to get a thing going. This isn't forever. The taking turns doesn't.
Right. Like you bootstrap until you can reach the ladder, but like that's a once and once kind of thing.
To me, that's like, okay, so you take turns being the focus of the relationship. That doesn't feel
that's not going to work.
Sustainable.
Like that's not going to work out.
But they can't even get to the other turns because he's like, but my turn isn't over because I didn't get an equivalent. Your thing won you the Nobel.
Or won you Pulitzer. I should
get the
Nobel. Yeah.
I should win the Nobel. Like
he's going to indefinitely keep.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you destroy yourself, dude. This is how you spend 60 years chasing a thing.
And to be as fair to Les it's so rare to see.
Oh my lord, it's fucking me up.
Character that has your name.
I realize your name comes up in shows a lot.
Oh yeah,
like
very common.
Yeah, you Burn Notice's little brother.
Sure.
Your name comes up all the time.
Nick.
I so rarely hear Les. Also, there's a line in this show where her agent says something of like, and for you, Leslie, and he goes, "You have no right to call me that.
Your name?
It's your actual name. You have no moral right.
No emotional right.
Oh, no emotional right. That's what it was. You have no emotional right.
Yeah.
And I fucking felt that. Nobody's called me Leslie since high school.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a decision I made, but it is one I'm so used to now.
Right.
That if I hear Leslie, if you're not my mom, I'm going to wheel around like, what? Who the fuck is... So yeah, it shakes me to hear Les throughout this show. But anyway...
But he to his credit, there's a point where he's not holding her to that turn anymore. She can write whenever. Like there's a couple years and then it's like 15 years. If she wanted to write, she could have wrote. But she also has a really hard accountability thing and she needs someone to like kick her out of it.
Right.
And he's too busy with his thing for like 15 years.
Well, and it sounds like for 4 years... So it's been 19 years total. It sounds like for 4 years she was still at least trying to hand in shit to her agent. And then that petered out after 4 years. And there's just been radio basically like, but we're still friends, right? Like it's still a business. Like she hasn't done anything in another 15 years. And there's a moment in her kid's childhood where she finds and misunderstands, but still you get why. She finds a piece of writing that her mom has done that's entirely like from a shitty mom bitching about their daughter. And
it sort of explains why the daughter is the way she is.
Right.
The daughter, I find, maybe it's just because she's younger, but I'm like, why am I annoyed by you more than the other two? Like, you have no...
No, she's got a petulant teen thing going on.
Yeah.
That, man, and it makes it so satisfying when her friends, ex-friends, whatever, from high school, fucking call her out constantly of like, hey, so maybe don't drink so much because you fucking suck.
Here's the thing I will say, there's a negative to this show, is that the side characters, they don't really do the justice they need to with them.
Right.
Her little affair with the
roommate of her
the roommate
high school friend
is really cute, and I like that character.
I like that dude.
It doesn't have a resolution.
No, where does it go?
It doesn't really go anywhere. It needs another scene.
Right.
And it doesn't. And I don't know why.
No, but it does. It needs her to take. It needs. To me, there's one more scene missing with the daughter and the friends where she takes the lessons from her parents and applies them
right
to her friendships here.
Because I like that he has the superpower she projects to have. Like she pretends not to care what people think about her. He actually doesn't. And it makes him like an ethereal like creature. Like, oh my God, like you truly don't care. You're the power you must wield.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like it also, he easily could have two swords and a third one in his mouth. Like he's very much like he is shirtless anime dude through this whole thing. He's shirtless for fucking. He's wearing a shirt and still shirtless somehow.
Well, the shirt's not.
The shirt's
shirt.
never buttoned, and it's not a whole lot of shirt.
It's not a whole lot of shirt, to be fair. But I do like that. Yeah, he just there's an actual person that is secure with themselves on the show, and they seem like an ethereal elven creature.
Yeah, they seem like a fake creature.
Whoa.
Yeah. I like her
healthy
friend,
boundaries.
Her friend from school that like you very quickly realized that like, oh wow, you were kind of the asshole in high school.
Like, no, I remember the exact day you turned into a fucking bitch. Like, and her friend is
Weren't we all trying to get out of here? Not like you.
Her friend's doing the Lord's work of trying to bridge that gap, because you can tell she's studying for psychology.
Right.
So she's like trying to heal this relationship.
She's read some shit in the last few years that's made her go, I think I see what was going on with my friend that I thought was just a bitch. Yeah.
And like really trying to olive branch this, and she just shits on her friends, the college kids, and she has a reputation as mic drop from her graduation thing. Which was pretty cool.
The show does a good job of letting me enjoy that scene, and then also giving me context later that kind of makes it a little more bitter, but without ruining it. And I think that's a good. The show does that a lot with a lot of complex things. But her she's valedictorian. She's too young. Like she's graduated high school early, so she's younger than everybody. And she is the valedictorian, and her speech is basically "fuck this town" and drops the mic.
Yeah.
It's baller.
The mom is so like the dad is proud of her when she gets announced as valedictorian.
Before the speech, that's my kid, that's my girl up there. She's brilliant. She's a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the speech, the mic drop, the mom is like, that's my kid. That's my kid up there.
Cutting back and forth like between her getting ready to do her speech and it drifting over from like one to the other. And and then after the mic drop, that's my kid.
But because of that story and this rift that on the mom's part, she doesn't do the effort to heal because she never actually figures out what's going on.
But she also doesn't try.
She senses the resentment but doesn't do anything about it. But she gets the reputation as Hurricane Lindy.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad and her are tight.
Yes.
And that feels...
And that just adds, like, there's a selection bias to like you, same as depression or any, like once you start deciding that like, oh, it's them versus me, a certain type of brain will just grab at and ignore other shit, but like grab at more things that like, well, they giggled in the other room. It's probably about me because they're fucking tight and I'm not in that group.
Right.
I can feel how like Lindy, especially going with the imposter syndrome and all that, like she dug the hole that she's off in.
Yes.
The same way that Les built the lab that he won't come home from.
So when they have the big fight, because Les is makes a big renew vow, they use therapy speak throughout all this to try and talk to each other, but somehow they've never actually talked about the stuff they need to talk about.
No, there's like a million acronyms for diffusing, and it's not nothing that they
United
at least
Parental
have
Front.
Some, and they never pull that shit off. But the like red light, green, that's okay. So that's a red light response. I'm going to pull back to a yellow light response in hopes of getting like. On the one hand, it's silly shit, but on the other hand,
you can tell that this is what's made them last 19 years.
At least they can talk, because
at least they can talk to one another.
Man, every time they throw a party or something, one of the guests or the other's like, "Oh, have you never been to one of these before?"
Oh
man,
yeah,
my bet's on blood. I think there'll be blood.
double stabbing. You called it. Should have put money on it.
I should have bet on that.
But so during that argument, he shrinks her. At first, it seems on accident.
Yes.
And she wakes up in the dollhouse, which is, I mean, there's so much character and relationship stuff going on in this show that I actually get distracted from the miniaturized aspect of it. But the special effects are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, the tiny elephant in the room, there is so much green screen or blue screen, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's really good.
And you can definitely tell they can't move their hand very fast when they're grabbing them and stuff. But
the couple of truly tricky shots, she drops and is snatched out of the air at one point.
Yeah.
And it's clean. It looks really good. There's also a lot of little things that would fuck up green screen in the past. I grew up watching Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin, and the green screen in it is not as good as this. So
I really liked that the dollhouse is already there because he's been miniaturizing a bunch of stuff for the dollhouse already.
That talking about things doing multiple things, that him miniaturizing things over years is a reveal of the disconnect in their relationship. Because he can't talk about his work.
Apparently he signed a crazy NDA.
Right.
And so he can't talk about it, but the daughter knows.
Right. And every gift that he's given her for years has been a miniaturized, where she's like, oh, yay, it's a miniaturized toy, or not miniaturized, it's a toy model of my first car, even with the dent. That's shockingly accurate.
Yeah.
But she never...
She's a little self-involved.
Man.
And so it goes back and forth, not too much. Les seems to always come off as kind of the bigger villain.
But yeah.
But the bigger villain because he's in the position of power.
Right.
I'm assuming, man, she tries to kill him when she's small. I'm like, if the roles were reversed, she'd also...
Well, we spent a couple of episodes going, so... But it's before you've seen enough flashbacks to really get a sense of who Lindy is. There was definitely hey, so does miniaturizing make people extra aggressive? Because she seems nuts, dude.
It doesn't happen to Richard. Richard seems fine.
And it's not.
I mean, Richard was always
weird.
It's
just that there's more anger simmering below the surface in that relationship than I'd realized in the first episode. And being miniaturized just makes her snap.
And she has a lot of the resentment, and Les has a lot of the jealousy, but he thinks everything is fine.
Right.
So it takes him longer to snap, but he also snaps and is like, "You fucking bitch!"
Oh, man. At the start of it,
to the point where there's points where they legitimately try to kill and hurt each other.
They have a very tiny War of the Roses that is amazing,
which
and
is
nuts.
pretty great on Lindsay. Lindy's part of it is all Stuart Little,
right? And she's got slightly proportionately bigger strength.
She got an ant or something. Yeah. I like when he kicks her or something at one point, and she's okay, but she has to nibble on an Advil or something.
Right. She definitely got thrown to the ground.
But oh my god, okay, my bone structure and everything is I didn't break anything, but also my whole body got bruised up.
Man, Richard also lives through some shit. So the shrinking and the slow reveal of who knows that he's even trying to miniaturize things, that's his next big idea after the tomato, and then who knows that he's shrunk her. God, Asif Mandi is his business partner, and him trying to broach the subject without outright saying I shrank my wife, and just Mandi's immediate horror of what the fuck are you talking to shrink a person, man? There'd be 1,000 fucking animal trials between here and there, and you can't even make corn regrow to big.
Yeah.
So that's the real trick of the show, is that he can shrink the shit out of things. He cannot grow them back without them exploding.
Right. There's a stabilization curve or something.
Sure.
There's a lot of science gobbledygook that
they cover so much of that with the insane ritual of the science.
Man, he is so weird. Here are my thoughts.
Transcribe my thoughts.
Transcribe my thoughts. Implementer Bob. Implement my thoughts. Explainer Bob. Explain my... there's two Bobs and
yeah. He's got a whole crew and they're all stylized.
We should probably mention Richard is part of his crew, and that's the other guy that miniaturizes himself because he's having an emotional affair with Lindy.
Yes. Yeah, they've not slept together. It's a purely emotional affair, and Richard is the most emotional affair man on Earth. And he only... he will... There's so many times where characters are respond to me, but don't say Shakespeare. And like
and
get
Lindy,
the next quote out of your mouth
Lindy
is Shakespeare.
eventually apologizes to Richard, like, I'm sorry I hurt you, but like, don't tell me you love me, because I will use that against you, and like, I don't love you back that way.
Mm-hmm.
But she strings him along is not quite the right word, but like uses him definitely.
She finally gets a hold of a phone. Richard's keeping her in the dollhouse shrunk, telling her, oh, I've almost, first he doesn't tell her he can't grow her back, and then like, it'll be a couple of days. But she finally gets a hold of a phone and manages to let Richard know just a voicemail that I've been shrunk, with no checking on this at all.
No.
Dude shrinks himself, knowing they can't reverse it yet. These are the little moments that are more complex than I expect from the show, and are part of why I had to watch it a little closer than, like you said, than you expect. Because that's not just a faith in Lindy. That's a faith in Les.
Yeah.
Of like, no. He's been emotionally distant to you, and you deserve better. But also he's a brilliant scientist.
He is scientist bros with Les.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, he wants to save that relationship with Les while kind of being done with Lindy.
Yeah. So across the show, I feel like they do an exceptional job of doling out these little flashbacks that show Les and Lindy earlier in the relationship when things weren't bad. Kind of learning how
those flashbacks are important.
Yeah, and learning how they really do like mesh with each other in a way that even their closest friends and family don't get.
Les spends the first argument before he shrinks her talking about her getting lucky with the Pulitzer and that her writing's not that good.
Right. It's mean.
And it's really mean, and it's important because I thought, like, man, they've gone too far with Les. They're not going to be able to redeem him if they want this relationship to come back together. And then they show in the next episode them locking her in that office, and then she slides some of the writing in front of him, and he's reading it. She's not watching him. He's legitimately laughing.
No.
He thinks this is good.
And it's important because we get to see that not performing for her, really genuinely, he does he knows she's great.
She knows she's great. And
then also we see him defend her.
That was an important, she defends him and deflects the mom, Diane, in a way that...
Yeah. So her book is very much about a shitty mother, and her mother is very shitty.
Yeah.
and so as her mom is just fucking laying into her at this dinner table in passive aggressive as fuck.
I don't even know why they bothered to make a movie out of it. It won the Pulitzer.
God, Glenn Close or Laura Dern or something.
Yeah, Laura Dern Laura Dern plays the mother, and I'm like, I don't know, she seems like why'd waste
I don't
her
even
time.
know why they bothered. Yeah, it's a waste of her time.
Again, it won the Pulitzer.
And she plays you. What the fuck?
And Les is like, are you saying why are they making a movie out of a very popular book? I don't have to explain commerce to you.
Right. But he both defends her and then completely deflects the conversation.
Yes.
In a way that is like, man, you threw yourself in front of that.
Yes. In a way that, like, he realizes that defending her is like, he's trying to do it because that's just reflexive. But the real move is to kind of throw himself in front of the fucking bullet here.
And there's ways that, like, Lindy is also nuts and does crazy shit that, like, oh, I think they've taken Lindy too far. But then she also does things like when the daughter finds out that she's been miniaturized, at that point she already knows that it's not an accident. And she withholds that. She does not throw Les under that bus.
Yeah.
Like there's little ways throughout where you see that, like, no, she does believe in him. This is just unfair on both. Like, rare show where at the end of it, the two romantic leads have come back together in a way that I honestly thought wasn't going to happen.
Right.
I did not think that's where the resolution of this was going. We haven't even talked about his crazy science.
Oh my God.
And where I thought that was going. But at the end of this, Les and Lindy say to each other, like, hey, my ego was way out of control and I will never again let you feel like you're last in my list of priorities. And she goes, my accountability issues were way out of control and I will never again make you responsible for something that should be me.
Yeah, which was, I'm like, oh, that's the exact promise they need to make to each other.
And like, oh my gosh, that's staring straight at your actual problem in a way that like Fucking
in a way
that's
that
great.
the therapy speak was actually making them talk around and not about.
Right. Because it was cutting them enough space to not really have to deal with. I mean, granted, it took like building a moat. And
So that moat's insane.
Man, when the daughter has to go in it, I'm like, Dad. So daughter dies.
Daughter dies because of fucking
parents' moat in
bedroom. It's like, just go inside the moat, honey. There's lights and extension cords in this.
Hanging above
This is fucking bullshit.
She builds a canoe. Yeah. All the little Stuart Little shit in it is amazing. So the side characters on it, Asif Mandi, I love as his business partner, but then there's also his crazy new investor.
Yeah.
Where he signs just the worst deal.
Ronnie Chang.
Yeah. And it's the worst deal because like in 30 days.
So to me, I was like, I don't know how that worked. Like, how did Asif Mandi not tell you about this
deal
before? Because this is he has 30 days to do the restoration. Otherwise, the patent becomes Ronnie Chang's.
Right. But they still fire him anyway.
And also he meets the deadline, and all of it is still Ronnie Chang's.
Yes. No, it makes no sense.
I was like, it was one of those like,
either
I'm not getting it.
I must not be getting some line of dialogue because otherwise it is far and away the weirdest logic.
But also the patent, something they promised, like it would be fraud if they don't get it done in 30 days. Like,
right.
I'm like,
because they've said it. Well, because
did they promise they had the?
Because they fake it. They fake it in that demo.
Oh, right. That's right. I forgot about that.
And they know
that is fraud. Yeah,
so that's
you're right.
Straight up fraud.
Yep.
Because Ronnie Chang entered into the contract.
Well, that feels like, man, Ronnie Chang's trying to screw himself out of money.
What I think if I went back, I bet there's a line somewhere. What I think it is it was probably a more normal deal. And then upon buying it and actually going to the lab, as soon as Chang realized, oh my God, they faked that demo, which he would immediately.
Yeah.
I think at that point it triggers a, hey, so either you finish this in 30 days or I file charges.
Right.
But in 30 days, this is going to be what you promised me.
Right.
And
also, like, and I'll get someone else, and maybe it'll take longer, but someone else can crack
we'll
this.
fucking crack this. You got it almost. You get to the 1 yard line here, man.
Because the only thing I couldn't, because there was another thing I couldn't, like sci-fi, we need to make a movie like about this, but so you can't grow things back, and I'm like, well, the shrinking part is already a commercial gold mine for shit like computerization. The whole how many times have I heard a science thing that the thing they're trying to accomplish is miniaturization?
Right.
Boom, I've solved that for you.
Well, and there's, like you said, there's plenty of things we'll never need to like
circuits.
How much easier would it be to make circuits in a factory where you don't have to have the world's tiniest fucking robot hands making it? You can make them.
Or how small could you get a circuit?
Right.
If you
if you could start out, if you started out making a normal circuit, like
all right, the robot that can make the smallest circuit right now, I can make that 12 times smaller.
Yeah. No, immediately, like there should be immediate benefit to this.
That's the ratio, right? Like 1/12, he said?
Yeah.
1/12.
Honestly, even the fact that the things explode when they're re-enlarged is
it's not bad.
Is not bad.
But and he's doing about, and it's also smart, food production. You can grow food smaller using less nutrients and stuff in the soil, which I still don't know if chemically that would still work.
No idea. They never get into that.
They never really get into that.
She's drinking soda and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know that you break down the bubbles and molecules. This, like, goddamn.
When she's drinking stuff that's regular size, and I'm like, well, the adhesive, when it's that small, like water actually bends together. Like water droplets are actually like little balls.
Right.
Like at a certain size, you'd have like drinking a Jello or something.
Other shit would get weird, man.
I think, shit would get really. But they never really get into that.
No, so I did get the toilets to work. Never go in that closet.
Never go in that closet though.
Ever. I really thought they'd make more of it. She shoves Richard in there at one point, and he just comes out like shook.
It's just so and this didn't bother me. Some of the side character stuff being ignored did bother me. The detail stuff about the sci-fi end of it being ignored doesn't bother me.
No,
because this is just, hey, I figured out how she goes to the bathroom while small. Don't ask me.
Never
about
look.
it.
Never look at it. Never look.
So never ask me about it.
I never want to talk about it again, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Also,
all
they're
that was fine.
Also, they're kind of strong and durable. They're kind of stronger and durable while they're small.
Sure.
Don't ask me about it.
No notes. She fights a cat. She fights a bird, or refights a bird. Yeah. Fucking A. Let's do it.
All of it is just, hey, so she has to like survive a bunch of stuff that's about to happen to her. Get off my back about it.
Right. The
Get
Lego
all the way off my
stairs,
back
all
about
of
that
it.
sort of thing.
All right, I'm all the way off that thing. So I really thought Les was going to end up I didn't think Lindy was going to end up with Richard. I thought Lindy was going to end up with Lindy.
Vivian.
But I really thought Les and Vivian were going to end up together, and I think
Vivian is a weird
Oh man. Oh God, she's so mad when he takes back Mr. Magoo, the cat that shrinks.
Where's my tiny cat?
But then
it's my cat.
She shrinks and fucking vanishes for the rest of
talking about a thing that doesn't really go. It brings up in the stinger, but like
right.
Like Les and them never really figure out that journalist that was sniffing around
from Scientific Americans just vanished.
Yeah, like what?
And he's been in a terrarium in her fucking secret office. Yeah, but she is so. Can I ask you a question? Yes. Oh, okay. He asked her like, "Can I ask if you're married?" Yes. Are you married? In a sense.
What?
Like her explanation on the
Is
the
your
marriage
husband
thing.
Dead? He shares the aspects of a thing would consider to be alive.
Yeah.
Like in a way that is like, what?
No, it begs more questions and yet makes you stop asking.
I don't want to fucking take it. And then she goes into her list of potential mates, and
oh
it's
my
like
God. Too old. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos and
I love that
Warren
Bezos
Beatty.
just has ew.
Yeah, ew.
Warren Buffett is
Warren
like
Buffett,
is
that's
his
what it was.
grandpa. Bill Gates is too old.
So she's into Les, and
no, he seems perfect. Like you checked all my boxes until you
didn't. Because he keeps talking about Lindy in
yes.
a way that he doesn't realize he's still in love with her.
The breaking moment is so sweet because they're in a conversation, he and Vivian, and she is very much trying to give him any way to say a correct answer to caring about her,
right,
and him and her at all.
I'm sure I'll give you the credit. You'll get the amount of credit you deserve.
But the way that he phrases it of like, oh, no, but I'll make sure to thank you so that she knows she wasn't thanked. And good on Vivian for clocking it. That's not the same as liking me.
Yep.
That's liking not her.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, oh, so not Lindy is more important than us. And Les is like, I don't understand the grammar of that sentence. And she just gets up and leaves. Like when he turns and she's going out the door.
She's gone.
And then he looks over to the window and she's in a car.
Whoa.
And like, is she leaving?
Is she leaving? I get. And then is
he
surprised.
Does not get it.
And surprised when his key doesn't work.
Oh
back
my
in the
God,
light.
he does not get it.
Man, I like her. She's the most successful side character. I like Lindy's agent, but also her thing never gets resolved because she has a whole side story with a cowboy,
right?
That was actually the dad of the lawyer that is the author of the short story that Lindy plagiarized because Richard found that story in her bag while she was grading it, and then said it was great and thought it was hers, and she didn't
correct him, but she didn't think he'd submit it to the fucking New Yorker.
It's so complex and complicated to get there, and also doesn't really.
But it gives a pressure for why she is freaking out that she's small when she hasn't had any professional pressure in 19 years.
Right.
But right now, suddenly, where Les is like, no offense, honey, but what could you possibly need to do this week?
Right.
And
it's like,
she's
no, she has a thing to
no,
handle.
this week actually I have a thing.
And her agent / friend is the
Terry.
sister from Fleabag.
Yes.
And she is trying to.
I think she mentions cowboy at the wedding when she's like, we can't just ride. You know, we promised each other we wouldn't just ride off into the sunset with. When she's telling Lindy that like, we always said that this is stupid. We would marry our careers and change. You know, I want to say she says cowboy then.
Oh, does
but
she?
it doesn't.
That doesn't really.
It doesn't
mean the same
matter,
thing.
and it makes it feel it's weird.
I guess
magical.
the resolution of that plot is her choosing the dad, and that being a morality. Tip off though, if you want someone to pass an ethics test, you can't tell them if it's an ethics test.
Yes,
that's dumb. But otherwise, the lawyer,
Oh
I
my
unleash
God.
hell.
And like same with the weird science ritual, and like every little thing that could be a slightly boring subplot side thing, necessary, but you could lose me. Has a little extra zhuzh.
Yeah.
Because both Terry's assistant, who is just constantly like, oh my God, are you gonna destroy somebody on a phone? Can I listen?
It's delicious.
Like, love it.
Savage, but warranted.
But Hell, the cousin, lawyer friend of the girl that gets plagiarized.
Forget the girl's name, because she plays such a little role in this at a certain point.
Hell is the best character. The introduction of her into a room of Unleash Hell.
Yep. And
but also her just being a fucking beast. When that girl when the plagiarized girl has to do an interview with Today's Show where she backs Lindy's play and lies about it. Hell has sent her from New York to Montana. No, from St. Louis rather to Montana.
Yeah, so she hears more folks.
Right. To sit in like her family's cabin and like teach me everything you know.
Teach me everything you know.
Yeah, like I love that Terry's assistant is like, I need to learn from you.
But I like that the author is like, and she already wrote the novel of Untitled. Like, what, already? Like, yeah, she's prolific. What can I tell you? And you know that, and I wonder how that actually resolved, because as it stands, you can see Lindy is going to have moral problems about releasing that book.
Right.
But really it comes to a head because the daughter is getting attacked online.
Right.
Because she does a dumb thing of like, I know, like you think you know what's going on, but also you didn't check with the actual.
Well, at that point, the daughter doesn't even know she's shrunk.
Right.
The daughter. So the daughter thinks that Lindy just bailed. Because she's not home.
Right.
And dad's lied. So like she thinks mom just finally fucking packed a bag and skipped. And like out of that anger, she posts that TikTok.
But the actual student backs Lindy's lie, and you can tell that like even Hell is like, man, your publisher better have deep pockets. Like, so they eat the like, we will back your play on this, but like I don't know what the numbers or how publishing deals work, but you can tell that like she's gonna get the best publishing deal like any young author is ever.
No, I'm gonna be real. People are gonna be suspicious.
It's like people are gonna like. It's gonna be legendary of like, why is her deal like this? But I'm gonna like, hey, she's actually pretty good and like, this is
she hits fucking deadlines.
Even you're not gonna gouge her like some of the other clients. Like your percentage is gonna be bullshit on it, but you're gonna make money on this deal.
Right,
like,
right.
It's not like you're gonna get fucked on this.
No, you're gonna let this work in relationship.
But you can tell that like. Man, no matter what I do, I have license to do whatever I want. You're never dropping me as a client.
Right.
Like,
right.
This is I will fucking burn this whole place to the ground.
The complaints about the show are that I want a little bit more of it to resolve some of the B and C plots, which is honestly amazing. Because, I really want to know where all that shakes out.
Because Lindy eventually just ditches the whole thing. And like, okay, well, that's cool for her and her growth. That matters.
No, it does.
But also,
it's why the show still
feels complete. It kind of leaves Hell and the student kind of out to dry. Now they're liars.
Right.
That helped lie and protect her.
Right. Right. On behalf of a publisher that do you still want to be in business? Like
that publisher.
I want to know how that goes.
Right.
And in a way that they can't exactly do Miniature Wife season 2 just for falling action.
No, I mean you can't. Who's going to be miniaturized this time?
Right.
Oh, I would do the daughter.
Oh yeah. That's what to do there.
Yeah.
But you know how to grow her back now. So anyway, I don't want to just falling action season, but I'm amazed how much I want just a little more resolution, like one more episode of.
Well, it's the thing is that like these need one more scene.
Right.
It's surprising that the scene they end them on, they think that's the resolution of it, and it's not really. Like I need one more. I need to see Terry with her cowboy boyfriend. Like, they only hook up the one time, and I never see them do anything else again. I need to see Vivian actually not work for Chang anymore. Like, she seems like she's gonna quit. And I don't know. I really like the finale where it ends up them being on the same page about, like, can I bring up Dr. Carmichael's words of wisdom here? Fuck that bitch! And... Well, I just thought it would be like, shut the fuck up, Richard. And like them just being on the same page the whole time is cool. And him shrinking himself at the very end is as a grand gesture is is what needs to happen.
Yes.
And like, okay, yes, and this is I'm gonna prove myself with this.
Well, because early on, when Richard is like, "I know you would have shrank yourself, but you're needed at the lab to solve it," and like, nope, honestly, Richard, never fucking entered my mind, dude. And then at the end, it does.
Yeah.
When the risk still matters, it's good. We don't have to get into all the details of it, but it gets to end in a tiny heist, and that's fucking awesome. That's
pretty great.
That's a blast. Yeah. I enjoyed this show. I actually liked it more than like Hysteria or Teacup or some of the other Peacock one-off like one-season things.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend watching this. Elizabeth Banks is always a treat. McFadden.
Did she write on this, or was she just...
No, I think she's just in it.
Because I know she's right on the Pitch Perfect stuff, and she's been...
And she directed Cocaine Bear.
That's right.
But no, I think she's just in this. I may be wrong. But McFadden is fucking great. He's hilarious in this. Yeah, I enjoyed the crap out of this.
No, I think it's really good. Any shortcomings it has are made up for by the strength of the main two characters. That's the important relationship, and they do everything they need to do with that.
Yeah, that's why it feels complete despite me going, but I'd like one more scene with blah.
Where it falls down is just the wrap-ups for all the side stuff of like, well, you didn't actually bed down this and that in these characters. Feels like...
Right.
Which, don't be wrong, they are secondary. They should become secondary to the main couple.
Right. Like, it's telling that I don't remember Shirtless Dude's name.
Yeah.
But I would like to have seen one more scene... Because what I want from him is growth for the daughter. They're still side characters, you know. I just, in a show that did such a good job of juggling so many little complex relationship things, I wanted to lead a little bit more. Literally, more of this same show. Well, that's probably going to do it for us talking about Miniature Wife.
Yeah. Big episode on Miniature Wife.
Yes. Every review I've seen of it makes a tiny joke or some kind of small shrinking, like, doesn't shrink from its premise kind of shit.
Wow.
It has pretty
Glad
good...
we didn't do that.
I know. Just a little one. It's getting pretty good reviews. It doesn't need a season 2, but I've really dug it. Hopefully everybody else did too. Next week, what I have down is Lord of the Flies.
Oh, right.
But...
is that a series?
Yes.
Oh,
we'll
wow.
see if
Not
anything
a movie?
beats it. I believe it's a series.
Is that book long enough?
I don't think so.
Kind of remember I read it pretty quick in middle school.
It's from the guy that did Adolescent.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yep. Nope. That it very much tracks. I think it's probably the most interesting thing about who's behind that adaptation is like, no, that could be dark. So anyway, we'll see. And until next time.
Janet Reno!
How long?
I am working really hard.
Until you can fix me.
Lindy, you are my forever person.
What am I supposed to do with that? Wear it as a crown?